Hold on. Because you said we need to bring shame back. Wait a minute. Tony Davidson. It had to be a man. You said we need to bring shame back or be like the world. The church used to have standards. Let me tell you something, Tony Davidson, while I got Gail on pause. The same mess that's going on right now was going on back then. We just didn't have TikTok. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have the internet. The same young ladies now that are getting pregnant in the church are just different young ladies that was getting pregnant back then. Because they was getting pregnant by the pastor. They was getting pregnant by the drummers. They was getting pregnant by the musicians,
the
by the
pastor's son, the pastor's son, the pastor's grandson,
the musicians, and all this stuff like that. So please miss me. We need to bring shame because all y'all are doing is telling women, because you're not talking to the men. You're talking to the women and telling the women that they need to stay silent and go somewhere and sit down. And if we happen to see them getting pregnant, now you want to bring them to open shame.
But she can't get pregnant by herself. Where's the person that got her pregnant?
Hello.
But see, Gail, this is what you gotta understand. It's called contradiction. It's called contradiction because see, let me explain something to everybody. If, like I said earlier, I don't know if everybody saw me on Facebook with my cousin, but there's 8 girls that just had babies at the church, fresh babies, okay? And the thing that what they're not being condoned, they're not being condemned on at all. They're not being condemned. They're in the choir, they're serving the Lord, like nothing ever happened. But this young lady has to stand in front on the first Sunday during a service, and then you gonna say you gonna have the elders deal with you. That man need to be sat down. That church need to be shut down. Instead of him doing that, he should have did it in private. And the first lady, Paulette Jackson, you should have been stepped in because you just not a first lady. A first lady is supposed to step in and deal with lady duties, not men. Because you supposed to say, let me hug you, my daughter. Let me hug you. Let me love on you right now because we don't know what this girl mindset while she pregnant. She can have suicidal thoughts. Her mental can be all over the place. We don't know. So when we see these people that believe that, oh, this is her paragraph or they talk to her, that's lies. Everybody want to see her in person and ask her, is you okay? Is it anything that we need to do? But what I will say is this. This young lady will have a baby shower. She will feel beautiful. She will feel loved. But this pastor and this true vine apostolic church of
This her
Christ,
cash app, y'all.
y'all are going to be.
They said this is her cash app.
Well, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to do what I got to do. I got people that's going to be on foot. There's going to be some protesters, Miss Gail, that's going to be there. And I'm just saying, like, I mean, the church brought it upon themselves when you did what
On
you
live.
did. You did it on live during service. And for you to be, and I'm saying his name is Pastor Terry W. Jackson. I call him Uncle Ben, but for him to go and say these things behind a sacred desk, you need to be sat down, sir. Because instead of you talking that the elders gonna deal with you, you should have said, you know what, let us pray right quick before I preach this sermon. Let me love on this young lady. Let me know what we can do. Or the first lady should have stepped in because your duties, ma'am, is failing. You should have said something instead of be sitting behind this unforgettable man. Because ain't it the same man that does not do his duties? It's alleged that he's been touching on children. So my thing is, what else are y'all hiding? Because see, now this viral actual video is just a taste of what's about to come. And you know what's so much crazy, cousin? This ain't even Black History Month. We already dealing with some
But see,
mess
the thing of
already.
it is, I have a problem with, and if I can just cut in here, I
Go
have
ahead.
a problem with the
Mhm,
holiness church. The holiness church that does this out in the open. And I do
mhm.
understand old school. Can't nobody tell me nothing about old school because I've walked it, I've seen it, I've lived it. Okay. Um, where was the restoration at? This child, this
None.
woman, this soon to be a mom was broken
Mhm,
and she walked away broken. I was
mhm,
watching it, I
mhm.
watched the clip a few times. No one came up there to hug her, to embrace her.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Where was that?
Miss Gail, they stood up. You know what's so crazy that blew my mind? They stood up. They condoning this. All the women, if they were supposed to be ushers and all that stuff, why was y'all not loving on this young lady? Why your mama had to go to the pastor to talk about? She couldn't take care of home. I question her
Mm.
parenting. Where was you at when this child conceived this baby? What you was at work? Where was you at? Because mama done had babies, and all them other girls done had babies, and they single parent. Them girls in there sitting by themselves. I know one girl in there got about 4, 5 kids because her mama is sitting on the other side with 3 of them. So my thing is, the love is not there. The resolution of being there, and then you saying she can't have no baby shower. And then you say, oh, with the if the people go that come to this church to go to baby shower, you gonna go to hell too. How you gonna make them say they go to hell? You going to hell with Glaceline draws, standing behind the pulpit. And then you think tonight, since you thought that y'all was getting all these reviews, the Googles, the Yeps, Miss Gail, you ain't seen nothing yet. I even put mine up there, my opinion, cause I ain't afraid of Uncle being
Now
right,
this now this
sir.
what is it, Liliana? Is that your name?
Yes, you
Sister
said it correctly.
Liliana. Now you are related to this young lady?
No, ma'am,
Oh,
I
you
live out here.
live out here.
Yes, ma'am, I live out here,
Okay.
honey.
All right.
So I know what's about to happen on Sunday. Yeah, that
Well, the
part.
saints worldwide need to show up for this young lady. Those, and even if you're not a
Absolutely.
saint, those that care, people that care need to
Hmm.
show up for this young lady. Whether she receives the money or not, or whatever you want to bless her with, she needs to be encouraged. Don't lose it. Don't lose your mind.
Absolutely.
Keep going forward. God is still God. You can still serve God and have a baby.
And God don't bless no mess. He don't. He don't like this. I feel like God is displeased at this church. I've noticed since pandemic, churches have been getting shut down for stuff like this, or even sleeping with the congregation. Oh, we gonna get quiet, right? Let me bring church up. Okay, so we have people behind pulpits getting girls pregnant, like Clarence McLean. Okay, like Michael Hicks in Virginia, Pastor Michael Hicks. Sir, you won't notice too.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, y'all been doing this too long. I'm Baptist. I seen a service, cousin. I'm sitting there Bible study. The musician was sleeping with one of the girls from Praise and Worship. And the pastor stood up and said, I feel in the spirit somebody been cheating on their
My
wife.
Mm.
God.
And do you know it's my first time in the church. Now I'm just sitting there with my aunt. And she said, you coming back here? I ain't come back here. Do you know they threw the sheet on the wife? Because the wife felt it. It hit her worse. She had to hear this from the pastor. Her armor bearer out here sleeping with for the pianist.
Because if you like men, don't marry that woman.
I'm telling you, I'm sitting here. This is my first time in the church. This Bible study. And they was talking about being saved. That was the title, being saved. And this apostle, she a lady, and she was talking about it. Now she pulled an altar call out of nowhere. Cousin, the look on my face when I saw the wife weeping, it's one when you cry, but this woman is weeping because she got to hear her apostle say, your husband been unfaithful to you. And her armor bearer is in a praise team. Y'all having after hour praise and worship. And this woman become pregnant.
It took two?
Now, yeah, I'm listening to all this, and this is my first time there. Now I'm sitting there just like, I will never come back. Because in the same breath, the pastor left the apostle within the same week. And this church is well known out here in Virginia. But like I said, this pregnant young lady should be loved on. She should be loved on. She should be encouraged. You know, I would say this. I think everybody, every woman, if you ever come out to this church, y'all need to get a book and start writing some encouragement in a book and give this to this young lady so she can know that people love on her. Because what has happened, they can put out a Facebook post all they want to, but deep down, this girl is scarred.
So I want to pause you right there. Now, I just seen two posts, and they're claiming that this young woman does not want. Yeah, Ruth said, according to the young lady's family, they don't need. See, they're talking according to the young lady's family. See, what's bothering me is that she has not spoke. And y'all, the family talking about she don't want no help. But see, what